Alright, today we're going to try and make a hurt team using Guineafowl. And I think Guineafowl is one of the least used hurt pets in the game, at least in custom packs. Generally speaking, you see people take camel most of the time, blowfish, the odd triceratops, but I think Guineafowl is pretty underused, and to be honest, it's not one of my favourite units. I think when you're playing the game on the slower speed like I do, the Guineafowl animation for the trumpet generation is a little bit on the slow side. It would be really nice if that could be sped up a little bit. But as it is, we're just going to play Guineafowl with Hedgehog here, and we've also got Firefly. And I think the Firefly will end up going, but the Hedgehog I'm happy to keep because we want it to trigger the Guineafowl. But also what I want to do as we actually face Rev here is to have a nurse shark on our team, which can spend the trumpets generated by the Guineafowl. But the nurse shark is hopefully going to get knocked out by our own team. So we want to trigger a bunch of hurt effects at the start of battle, which generate the trumpets. And then the nurse shark gets knocked out during all those hurt effects and immediately snipes without having to move to the front. So here I end up getting Beluga, and we're just going to put Blowfish inside the Beluga for now. Ultimately that is going to be a different unit, which I'm sure you can probably guess based on the fact that this is going to be a hurt team. And actually here the stat reduction from the Goblin Shark turning into a Sea Urchin there ended up in the Firefly knocking out both Guineafowl, which was a little bit unlucky. But we'll take the level up now. We don't get Nurse Shark. I could take Amalgamation and put the Beluga up front, but I think we're just going to roll looking for the other stuff that we want. And we do also want Seagull as well. Obviously a lot of these hurt teams work really well with Mushroom, and we're perfectly happy to either bring back a Hedgehog or a Nurse Shark as well. Because each time we get hit, we're going to generate extra trumpets, and then Nurse Sharks are not going to spend that many. I think a Nurse Shark only consumes, is it 6 trumpets at maximum, I think? So we don't actually need to hurt the Guineafowl that many times in order for this combo to be effective. Now you can see here I'm thinking about the Flounder, yep, and we'll actually go for the level 2 Flounder. Luckily we roll one on the next roll, and I think I'm going to avoid going for the level 3 Guineafowl here because we don't actually really need it. We're going to generate plenty of trumpets without it. And there's actually Cow here as well, but unfortunately we can't use the Cow because we would have to sell the Hedgehog. Or maybe that's actually what's going to happen. I can't remember what happens here. We end up facing this Elk team, which I think, yeah, we should be okay against. Yeah, we do generate enough trumpets, and the Blowfish is going to do some damage anyway. So yeah, maybe here for the sake of economy, I'm actually going to sell the Hedgehog. But I have a feeling that the Hedgehog is going to come back later on. But we can use the Cow for the milk onto the Flounder and get the instant level 2 on both the Beluga and the Seagull. And then sell Cow, probably sell the Flounder as well. And then buy, sell Oyster. Maybe I kept the Cow in case we roll Waffle and I'm going to take the Cat. Obviously if we're hurting our own team, we do need to make sure that the Seagull has enough health to survive. Otherwise it's just going to be completely ineffective. So we take the milk there from the Cow. I could have actually taken another Flounder there, which we are going to do with the Alpaca. Another turtle team. I think we're probably not going to be strong enough here. Yeah, since we've gotten rid of the Hedgehog, we don't really have much synergy going on anymore. So yeah, that's an obvious loss. But that's okay, we're just getting everything together here. So now we get the Nurse Shark. It would have been nice to already have the Mushroom on the Seagull before buying the Nurse Shark, just so we could get one for free, but that's not the way it's going to work out this time. So just looking for the Flounder level up, and then there is the small one. So the small one can go inside the Beluga, which I think I'm going to do straight away using this Peach. And then we can keep the flounder for next turn. And yeah, I might as well just keep the chocolate frozen. We might take an extra turn to actually get the experience from the flounder. Okay, I'm just going to use the chocolate on the flounder. Makes more sense, so we don't have to spend an extra 3 gold. Here's our friend who always plays the summon teams with Flea. They've been in multiple videos recently, but here you can see the combo working. So the small one does enough damage to the nurse shark, so it actually faints as soon as the small one damages it. However, unfortunately there, I think we lost the 50-50. We could have got a tie in that game, I think, but it didn't work out. So we take the level up again with the flounder. Flounder has just become one of those units that is just indispensable for getting some of these teams that require high levels on multiple units off the ground. So we've also got pita bread in this pack. Clearly, if we can put pita bread on the Guineafowl, that's going to be very beneficial for us, as we actually face our summon team with Flea opponent twice in a row. Again though, I think, yeah, this time we don't quite do enough damage to the nurse shark, so it doesn't actually go off and the combo falls apart. Yeah, of course, nurse shark at the back with no trumpets isn't going to do anything. Now we can get level 3 seagull, we can get the pita bread onto the Guineafowl, and now we're just looking for mushroom. And I think in the end I'm going to put the mushroom on the seagull and the nurse shark, but not the hedgehog, because I'd rather the small one got the mushroom than the hedgehog. The hedgehog is really just there as insurance, I guess. Maybe that's a bit paranoid, but sometimes you do face teams in customs that have the basilisk at the front, in which case it ends up turning the beluga into a rock, and we don't end up getting any hurts from the small one. But this is hilarious here. We face this elephant triceratops team. The triceratops gets moved, but then we delete the tiger, so now they actually just have elephant blowfish. They are going to keep hitting the Guineafowl, and then the small one reduces the blowfish to 1 HP, and it's going to get deleted. We end up generating a ridiculous number of trumpets, even with only a level 2 Guineafowl. Incredibly satisfying round, that one. Definitely eggplant on the base stats hedgehog is extremely beneficial here. Now I think I made a mistake there. I think I could have frozen a small one in shop, and then I could have used the chocolate on the beluga, but yeah, it's honestly not that big a deal. We should probably be doing enough damage already. Another large statted team, but we're going to get some good damage from the small one respawning. But as you can see, the seagull is actually going to get knocked out when the small one comes back to life. So I don't think... Oh, we do actually get the mushroom anyway. And then a funny interaction where the ammonite got knocked out and ended up transforming one of the ants into the mimic octopus. Don't see that every day. Yeah, we'll just feed up the seagull to try and make sure that it survives, and then we can put a mushroom on the nurse shark. Potentially get 2 rounds of snipes from it. And then it's another big statted team with Sauropod. I've actually faced this person a ton of times. They're going for this combo with the spamming like broccoli onto the bulldog, so that the crab ends up copying a huge amount of health. But this type of team is specifically designed to whittle down these large statted opponents that don't have enough disruption, and so we end up comfortably taking the win. So yeah, Guineafowl, fairly unused unit, but you can make some pretty fun teams with it. And then lastly, we'll just take a look at a couple of other runs that were very similar. Didn't quite have the full setup here. We've got Sea Lion instead of the 5th unit. But we face this double Andrew Sarkis team, and they're just going to get chipped down. They do have a lionfish at the back, but it's only level 1. And the more hits just increase the amount of trumpets that the Guineafowl generates. So it's another easy win. Yeah, fairly similar setup there. We didn't have the level 3 seagull that time, and it was still strong enough. And then this is versus a snipe team where all our units get reduced in stats. The mantis shrimp kills everything at start of battle. I think we ended up doing 0 damage with the nurse shark there because of their equipment. But the small amount of trumpets, yeah, we're only going to do 6 there from the snipe. But it doesn't matter in the end because the guineafowl had enough to survive. I definitely think small one has opened the door for some of these hurt teams to be a bit more effective, just as long as your team doesn't get disrupted.